And I don't know if it was for effect or because he's just limping.
Oh,
I didn't notice. You saw a little something?
Little teeter.
Something?
I thought the bag looked heavy. He ain't got no but a pair of socks and the gym shorts in there. And he weighted him down. But anyway, Skip Bayless.
Maybe he's got like gold bars.
Gingerly.
Skip, look, this had become a story. This had become a distraction because we reported that we don't know after they ruled him out. Okay, so you know he's not playing Thursday night. Whether or not Kevin Durant was going to make the trip to Toronto. It had started to become a story. It had started to become a distraction. It had started to become like Kevin Durant has started to splinter from his team because the questions were being asked. Well, why isn't he on the bench? Or why isn't he doing this? This was never a concern for me.
I was asking those questions early on.
This was never a concern for me because, okay, he's out. I mean, why fly? I mean, that's a long way. I would like to think San Francisco to Toronto, Canada. That's on the East Coast. That's a long flight. That's what, 6 hours, maybe 7?
Probably 6.
Okay.
Like 7.
Okay, give 6 hours. Well, you can be at home getting treatment, come back. Hey, first 2 games, I'm gonna be out. It's hard for me to believe that he's gonna play Thursday or Sunday. Come back Wednesday, game 3. Maybe that's closer to a timeline that you can get back, but you can be getting treatment with all that flying. So I believe, Skip, this was the hierarchy in Golden State probably had a conversation with him. KD, we'd like for you to travel because this thing is becoming a story in and of itself. We're not talking about the finals. We're talking about whether or not KD is going to travel. This should have been a non-story. This should have been a non-issue. But for some reason, somehow it became an issue. And I don't believe it would have become an issue, Skip, had Kevin Durant had another year on his contract. But because Kevin Durant's a free agent, because of the uncertainty, and more people tend to think that Kevin Durant is not returning to Golden State, that the foregone conclusion he's leaving, I think this became more of a story. And Bob Myers and the ownership and Steve Kerr just say, look, just put on a positive face, take this trip with us.
Just me. I don't think ownership or executives or head coach tell this man to do anything. I think
they ask.
Kid gloving. They're just like,
they ask him, can you
whatever you think,
solid?
AD, whatever you think.
Was this solid?
You could be right about this. We're both mostly guessing, although we're educated guessing. And I'm going to guess just the opposite of you. I'm going to guess, educated guess, that Kevin Durant wants to play because he thinks he needs to play. I think this whole narrative of they're better without Kevin Durant is just eating at him.
Yeah, of course.
And what happened last week, we watched it up close and personal here with our man, Chris Broussard. KD fired back at him because what did Chris suggest? That if they win without him, it's going to taint Kevin's first 2 rings and his 2 finals MVPs. And remember, Chris said, I believe it was on his radio show, that the Warriors winning a title with Durant on the bench would be his worst nightmare, right? That's what Kevin fired back at because it got him, it stung him. Well, there are worse nightmares. I'm paraphrasing his tweet, but he's saying there are other things in life that, well, sure there are. But in the basketball context, this would be his worst basketball nightmare, right?
Yes.
So I believe he's about to try to force his way back onto the floor, and he's got the power to force.
So you believe he's going to be able to play game 2. So you believe that had he been ruled out for game 1 and 2, he would have stayed back home.
Correct.
But there's a possibility that he might be able to play Sunday, so he needed to go ahead and make the trip.
And I do think he's either been ostracized or sort of ostracized himself from the team because he would not sit on the bench the way DeMarcus Cousins was and help cheerlead or help or advise from the bench the way we've seen other injuries. Even LeBron would go to the games, right?
Yes.
The home game. Did he go? He didn't go to all the aways, but he went to some aways.
Yes.
But he would help when they had a sideline huddle. He'd go talk to the kids, right? Well, Kevin could have done all the above, and he chose not to. We just saw him standing up the runway at the entrance to the locker room, talking to players as they came off for halftime, right?
Let me ask you this, okay? He's making the trip. What kind of look is it if he's in the locker room during the game instead on the bench?
I don't love it. If you make this trip and this is game 1 of the finals, you better go sit with your guys.
That's my thing.
Right?
Because it makes no sense. If he's not, and Skip, for me, I always thought that, okay, if that calf is injured as I think it is, and Steve Kerr said it's more injured than we previously thought, he doesn't need to be doing any sudden movement. You know, all of a sudden somebody runs to the bench and he tries to get out the way, or he's standing up and down, you know, aggravating it. So for me, it never really bothered me why he wasn't traveling. I had no problem with it because I thought he was seriously injured and he could get treatment to help speed the recovery. But this situation here is going to be very interesting. I think everybody's going to want to see.
Yep.
Okay, he made the trip, but now where is he?
I still think you can treat on the road, not quite as well as at home, but
Right.
you can still ice it. You can get it massaged by your masseuse on the road.
Yeah.
And I don't have any idea how bad it is because it almost feels like Steve Kerr isn't sure how bad it is. But if Kevin announces to Steve Kerr after game 1, win, lose, or draw, if he says, I'm going to go in game 2, I think Steve Kerr has no option.
Yeah, I'm the coach of this team. You the player.
Okay, is he going to say that?
Yeah, I would.
If Kevin says, Coach, I can go, I got to go. It's fine.
Yep. The dude has done nothing with the team in almost a month.
He's Kevin Durant.
Hey.
I get all that.
He is as big a free agent prize as we might have ever seen. I know LeBron was big last year. I'll give you that. But
Shaq
this
at
guy,
26.
okay, but this guy is in his prime.
Yeah.
And he is certainly the premier prize of this free agent.
Yes, absolutely.
period, right?
Yes.
He's going to dictate the dominoes.
Well, hold on. Why am I going to make concessions when you're already gone?
Well, are you sure he's already gone?
Well,
I
you
don't
selling the house over here and you building the house over there?
I don't know. I don't know. Who knows?
Oh, so you catering the players, huh?
I don't know. By the way, Kevin's been living on the San Francisco side, so I don't know if he has.
Well, they built it. The arena.
Yeah.
So a lot of players,
But he's already been living
that's
on
a
the
good
San
point.
Francisco
So there's
side
no
to
need.
start with.
and he got a place up here. He
Yeah.
still got a place out here, I think.
Yeah, and yet he had the one in Malibu that went up for sale a week ago, but he's got the one in Hollywood Hills, and I think he still has. Who knows?
I'm thinking about
what he
buying
might wake. Are you going to buy that one?
thinking
the
about
Malibu.
Thinking about it.
Really?
Thinking.
Really?
That might be a little bit too far commute for me.
But it's not out of your price range. I think it was like 13 million.
Oh, yeah.
Huh? That's chump change for you. No?
I ain't gonna have no furniture. I can't eat anything. I ain't got nothing. Yeah, I ain't got no car. Hey, I gotta take Uber to and from work. I can't have no extra expenses. Oh,
Well,
no.
So here's the bottom line to this discussion.
Okay.
If worst nightmare would be Steph, Clay, Draymond, and company winning without him, what if he did sort of force his way back onto the floor and into the lineup in the game, and he's going to play 30 minutes, and they lose? Is that not an even worse nightmare?
What if they win and then he returns? I don't know if they win the championship, Skip. I don't know how he returns. There's no way he can come back. If they win without him,
Oh, okay.
there's no way he can resign.
There's a way he could.
No, he can't.
Well, he could just.
Everybody look at you and say, oh, you alone. You know what they're going to say? KD, you alone for the ride. Because they won this thing without you, bro.
And he could say, I just won back-to-back finals.
Yeah,
MVPs."
that was in the past. Yeah, that was in the past. No, what have you done for us lately? Because we swept Portland without you. We beat Toronto without you. We won a game and a half without you. Nah, bro, we good.
Okay. Well, knowing Kevin, he would take this as a personal insult and challenge, and he would say, okay, good luck without me next year.
Okay, well, good luck. Good, we said we did before you got here.
Yeah.
Good luck without us. Because we saw what you did without us.
Yeah.
You remember it was us that made you come join us. Because we pap,
Yep.
put you over our knee.
In all my career, I've never seen anything like this scenario.
No.
Never seen anything like it. This is the best player on the planet, and his team is
best.
playing better without him.
Second best. But
He's
okay.
the best player on the
Second
planet.
best. But okay, I
That
get
guy's
your point.
too old.
All
He
right,
used to be.
Stop
He
it,
used to be.
Skip.
He-
I get your point. I'm not gonna.
He grew out of it.
Skip.
I'm being nice, but he grew out of it.
I'm not gonna let the facts ruin your argument.
Okay, but the
go
point
ahead.
is,
You make a
he is
compelling
the best
point.
player. He's the last 2 Finals MVPs. That guy is hearing the narrative, hearing all the whispers around him via social media that he's no longer needed. And that guy is out of his mind to say, should I or should I not? Because he's playing a very dangerous game where it's almost like a lose-lose unless he can just flip the switch back on and take over the finals and be the MVP.
Hold on.
Okay, what if he's the MVP of the finals? Would that cement the case, right?
I'm just trying to figure out how can a team look better without the best player in the world playing? How do you sell that story?
Doesn't really make sense.
Well, you have 3 other really good players.
No. The best player. Steph Curry is really good. No, Steph Curry is historically great.
Okay, all right. I think Klay Thompson's historically great, and obviously Draymond in little big ways is also.
Oh, Draymond does what he does. Oh, so in other words, they had a great team before KD arrived.
Okay.
Huh. And who knew?
But they fell on all their faces against your team.
Exactly.
It was them losing more than your team winning.
But guess what? Your guy didn't even get a chance to fall on his face against us. We used to just punch him in his face.
Which guy?
Kevin Durant, when he had to see LeBron. Because in 22 times in which they played regular season and playoffs, LeBron was 17-5. Owned him.
But LeBron had Dwayne
Owned
Wade
it.
and Chris Bosh.
No. Even when he was in Cleveland, and he didn't have them. Do him any kind of way.
That was what Kevin was 16 years old.
Hold on, talk about.
Was he not?
No, he wasn't 16.
He didn't even play college basketball. He just went straight to the league. He was that good. He was the one guy they just said, you can just play. He came out as a sophomore in high school. He started playing.
But see, Skip, it was
NBA.
us that toughened him.
Oh, okay.
That's what LeBron used to do, beat him down.
Really?
Made him grow up.
Well, they had
Ran him to help.
the Baby Thunder did make it to the finals.
He ran to the
that year.
San Francisco embassy and seeked asylum.
Did he?
Because LeBron was beating him down.
That's not what.
Yeah, it was a sanctuary city over there. That's what happened, Jenny. Beat him down, made him go help. Made him go ask for asylum and get help.
Really?
And then come back out until he got the 73-9 Warriors on the
Those
side.
were the days LeBron had a closer, Kyrie Irving. He no longer has a closer, and he goes 28 and 27 with the Lakers.
He beat the brakes off Kevin Durant without Kyrie. You know that, Skip.
He did not.
Yes, he did.
When?
When KD was in OKC.
They're babies, all of them. The Baby Thunder. They were.
Oh, no, they babies.
And they should have won game 2 to go up 2-0.
No, they shouldn't. They did.
LeBron got away with the foul
Don't
on
do
the
that, Skip.
baseline.
Don't
What he
do-
did,
don't
it
do
was
that, Skip.
outrageous.
Skip, come on.
Well, come on. And then they went home, and Dwayne Wade took over a game. Chalmers took over a game. Mike Miller took over a game. Way to go. You were talking about a hell.
So we ain't going to do nothing about that 28, 8, and 7, huh?
He got
What
the
we gonna do about
MVP because
Oh, he got it.
it was a sympathy vote because he'd had such a, well, he'd had 2 flame-out finals before that.
Skip, I can't believe you say
The
that.
media loves LeBron.